Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee. And it's me, Banshee, guest starring Mr. O for my special Material Matters segment, your yearly annual forecast of an opportunity or challenge in your year.
Happy New Year. It's special Happy New Year special edition for Banshee's Material Matters. And I am glad to be here to help co-narrate or navigate through the reading.
Navigate through the reading. So,
but also,
go ahead.
Comet is
Comet
here.
one last time.
Also known as Scary Bly.
Scary Bly. No, it's not. He's buddies with Bly. But at any rate, Comet is here. We know the 3-1 Atlas is either around Jupiter right now or somewhere and heading out eventually of our galaxy. And like that, Comet will be moving on till next year.
That's right.
All right. So on with the show. I just want to say that we're doing 2 cards for each of the signs of the zodiac, your opportunity and your challenge for the year ahead.
And once again, these are good for sun, moon, or rising.
That's right.
Right.
Let's get the show on the road, Mr. O. I will let you do the honors and shuffle first for Aries. Sun, moon, and rising. This reading's for us for the year ahead. Hope everybody is having a happy new year. We're filming this show on January 1st. I wanted to get some of that New Year's energy into the reading.
All right. So the first card
opportunity
is the opportunity for Aries.
And it is the 5 of Wands reversed. Hey, maybe this year, Aries, you have an opportunity to move away from a kind of toxic situation, maybe where people haven't been getting along, or, not everybody is working with the benefit of the company, or like if you're in business for yourself, they're not working with you. So maybe you have an opportunity to shift the landscape, so to speak, in your life. And also, if you students out there are having difficulties, kind of with your advisors and teachers and stuff in the curriculum or in the school that you're at, you might want to consider also maybe moving on.
Well, the other thing is when you consider what is maybe the opposite or an opposite to overly competitive issues, that could be team or group building exercises. And so this could be saying an opportunity to try to build trust or harmony or teamwork process could exist.
For you investors out there, there may be, like for example, in real estate, opportunities for you to get, some good deals or to get the land or buildings that you wanted to acquire because there'll be less competition for them. So think about it in those terms, situations where there's less competition, less struggles, less fighting, or things that are working against you, and moving on from there. It's an opportunity. What about the challenge?
So the next card is the challenges.
Okay, that's all right. The challenge here is
Pentacles.
Yes, and this is so perfect for Aries, let me tell you, because the challenge is pacing yourself, trying to pace yourself in this year ahead. Try not to move faster than conditions allow. Try not to speed up a process or a procedure and cause yourself more work later because you were careless. Sometimes haste makes waste. So we need to find a way to pace ourselves, Aries. You hear me?
So Aries may want to take a clue from the earth signs, especially Taurus, but also Virgo or Capricorn, who seem to have more deliberate or thoughtful movements towards, what they're trying to acquire. So it wouldn't hurt necessarily to, be patient.
That's what we have for Aries for the year ahead. Pacing is important and moving on from possibly stressful or competitive situations. Good luck with that. All right. So we are on Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the year ahead. We don't know what shenanigans 2026 are going to bring us overall yet, considering how it changed month to month last year. So we'll just have to take that in our weekly readings. All right, Taurians, the opportunity. The Three of Swords. The opportunity is arriving, and I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling that it might be soon into this new year, is to deal with regrets or disappointments that you're still harboring inside of you, Taurians. There's an opportunity for you to really start healing this now. Now, that's on you. I think this is an internal process. It might be holding you back, all these disappointments or uh, unsettled feelings you may have about some losses in the previous year. And so what you need to do is this is an opportunity for you to grapple with that and release it so you can move on.
So the card, maybe within the context of material matter, suggests that the loss that's being felt was really very strong feelings for that, no matter what it was, and it was most likely something, not necessarily a person. I mean, we're talking about business matters here. This is an opportunity for you to grow from that, to figure out what is needed to repair yourself or to move forward.
And the other thing is for you students out there, if you didn't perform as well as you had hoped last semester, kind of you're going to have to shake that off and let it go so you can try to do better this time. Learn from that and move on. All right, challenges. Well, so Page of Cups, okay, I can see why this is a challenge sometimes for Taurus. You're very matter of fact, very practical sorts of people. So creativity doesn't come easy for you, or possibly even thinking outside the box. And so you're going to have to work on that this year. You're going to have to come up with creative solutions to problems or creative ways to move things forward.
Yes, I mean, the challenge really is also about maybe how you move beyond your own sense of concerns and maybe project for what you feel is good in a collective sense, or something that maybe just involves people more specific to your field, that kind of thing. So it really is about, finding harmony too, or the beginning of finding harmony in a collective, perhaps.
So, and since you are so earthy, grounded, and practical minded, you may have to work a little harder at listening to your inner voice and trusting it more.
Good luck with
So, good luck with that. All right, we are on the sign of Geminis,
Gemini.
Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the year ahead. Ooh, it's cold up here, people. Brr. We're in another cold, frigid spell right now here in Michigan. Okay, so Gemini, opportunity for the year ahead. Oh, it's the Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. I think there's an opportunity for you to be able to adapt emotionally to any situation that arises. It seems like you're going to be able to handle whichever way you have to go. You have to give something a little bit more fire, you know when to give it. You have to give something a little bit more sympathy and understanding and patience, you know when to give it. You know how to move with the flow this year emotionally. And also, I think that there's an opportunity that might be coming your way this year that could provide you with a lot of happiness and pleasure. So you might want to pursue it if it reveals itself.
Well, when you first turned it over, I thought the opportunity was for somebody to move towards their dream job.
Nice. Right. Right.
But it could also be, your dream or hoped for situation anywhere in regard to your career or your education or business or things like that. So, for example, maybe you are trying to get into a better school to advance your studies. This could indicate that maybe there's an
That's
opportunity
true.
for you to apply to such an institution and that maybe you have a good chance. But it definitely means opportunities of that sort to move towards what you really want.
All right. The challenge for 2026 for Geminis. Oh,
A challenge
nice.
for Gemini.
Well,
Kind of
yeah,
interesting.
I think here I can almost see two things here. First is that, the challenge is to remain balanced and harmony. But I see this night here, and I already said you're going to go with the flow. So I kind of feel here, since temperance is about alchemy too, and about making sure that everything is the right mix in your life, that's what you're going to be challenged with, Geminis. Making sure you don't overdo everything. Everything is in perfect harmony and balance, and that you know what to do with those ingredients that you have. I mean, you may have the right ingredients to mix, but you're not sure maybe either how to use them or what will come of them, and you have to be sure of yourself.
It's very interesting that the sign of Gemini, which is
Oh
about,
my gosh.
a dual nature perhaps, gets temperance. Maybe this card is saying that there may be conflicting or alternate sides to a number of issues or to a number of ways you feel about applying yourself to your job or to your career, etc. And you have to learn maybe how to mold them together because maybe some of them in a sense may be contradictory or will have um, issues between them. So that's what your challenge will be, is trying to figure out how to pack it all together, I guess.
And you students out there, don't be cramming, things at the end. Don't make things harder on yourself.
Mm.
You've got to find a healthy balance here in your life. Don't put too more undue pressure on yourself. Good luck with that.
All right, Gemini. We're on to Cancer.
All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the year. Your opportunity, Cancers. Wow, nice. It's a Six of Pentacles. Well, Cancerians, this is a year where you just feel like everything is balancing out. You have an opportunity to balance your books this year, to make sure everything is just right. That the time and energy you're spending on something is paying off in equal measure. I feel here too that this is a time for you to consider, if you are doing really well, taking care of others around you, whether, it's employees in a business that you run, or whether it's tipping people who are helping you, or whatever the case may be. Fairness.
So this card sort of has the idea of equity and equality. And so this could be saying that the opportunity really involves you figuring out, of course, like what Banshee said, that balance here, but also to figuring out maybe how you are helping others get a leg up or how others could possibly help you get a leg up too. So it's all about maybe figuring out how to bring everybody to that same point, perhaps.
No, the challenge for Cancers is the Knight of Swords reversed. That's kind of interesting for me. So I think you need to control your anger at things in this year ahead. You know, we're always going to have some kind of upsets in life. I'm not saying there's going to be more necessarily for you, but how you handle your relations with others is very important. And also how you handle your work is very important. I don't know if Cancers are really known for putting on the speed, but be very careful to think things through before you act. You may have to slow down in order to do that. This is not a year where you're going to be able to think on your feet. You need some time to absorb before you move forward.
I liked what you said about Cancers, not being able to slow down, because
Yeah.
I think in general, what this card represents is that your challenge is finding, where you need to have restraint in your life. And for Cancers, that could probably be particularly challenging because there are many things that really give them very strong emotional support or feedback. And some of that could be good for you, but maybe what this card says is that, this could be the kind of year where you want restraint with certain things. Certainly, maybe going into recessionary situations, you have to really get the value for your spending that you can or learn to save more as you need to.
Good luck, Cancers.
All right.
Hey, Leos, Sun, Moon, Rising.
Hi, Leo.
It's readings for you for the next year.
Right, Leo. What are your
Opportunity.
challenges?
Opportunity.
Opportunities.
Well, it looks like a challenge, but no, this is
Yes.
actually, I think, the well aspected part of this five, the
Mhm.
opportunity here to engage constructively with others or to even be maybe a peace broker between people. If you're in a career that like HR, where you may have to negotiate things, negotiate salary disputes, negotiate disputes between employees and supervisors, etc. This is a positive year for engaging constructively to try to solve problems with others, not over, not making demands over them, but incorporating everybody's ideas to come up with a cohesive plan.
And you know what? That's important because Leo, you're used to being the king of the beast. So Leo, I think there's this idea here too that maybe you need to have this experience. You need to work with others and work with a unified voice or with respect for team members in that kind of sense. So I think this would be very, very good for you.
And for you students out there, this is a time to be seen and engaged, but also maybe you'll be involved in some real interesting group projects this term. Okay, the challenges. Okay.
It's the Six of Swords upright.
hmm Well, the challenge here is, wow, is, as always, trying to understand when it's time to move on from something. For some of you out there who may be in less optimal conditions, whether it's, you're with your classwork, or whether it's with the school you're going to, or whether it's a job or career that's disappointing, or even an investment you keep thinking is going to come through, but it's not. You got to learn when it's time to move on to safer shores, more stable ground, right?
Yeah, I think clearly that's what this card is about. The swords.
And this is for Leos, right? Yeah,
Right.
Leos.
The swords talk about how we advance ourselves towards our projects, how we try to, have acquisitions or have accomplishments. And this is saying, that you're looking at what you've done and realizing that it's probably not going to work out that way. And you have reevaluated or will reevaluate it, that you just need, to pull out and move beyond it.
I like it. Good luck with that, Leos.
All right.
We are on Virgos.
Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising.
Readings for you for 2026.
Opportunities and challenges.
Is this coming up a lot or what? It's the Five of Wands again.
Wow.
Reversed. Well, so the opportunity to me, I think the opportunity for you this year, Virgos, is that your work environment, especially for those who've had a rather toxic or difficult work environment, I feel like things are going to settle down. I'm going to go with that with this card. I feel like maybe you yourself will have a way to make things easier and better, less stressful for yourself in dealing with the people there. Maybe you've reached agreements or come to terms with some people you've had some conflicts with, but I do feel that things are going to ease for you. There's an opportunity for that. And I think you will play probably a role in creating that.
Well, I wonder if the opportunity is like looking at things. And Virgo, a lot of times you're really good at self-direction and, self-empowerment and things like that. So maybe, sometimes working in a collaborative, situation doesn't always suit the way you feel you can best accomplish certain goals. You may be realizing that this is, a meditation you'll be having, but looking for where those opportunities are to maybe, change the script a little bit and go it alone,
Okay.
not necessarily work, whether it's in education, business, or finance, strictly within, a partner situation.
Yeah, I
Perhaps.
wonder if this is applying to students who may not be happy with, a group they've been assigned to do a group project with. But I do feel here there's a potential for you students to be able to maybe pull people together on, something that everybody can agree upon. All right, the challenge.
Wow, I saw it.
It's the six again, the Six of Swords, but this time it's reversed. The challenge is not allowing, not allowing situations with others to stagnate you, to stifle you, maybe not, to make sure your voice is heard or taken care of. It's really interesting. I almost feel a very kind of symmetry with these cards, that they do seem to go together well, that in the sense that, if you've been having problems in working with other people, you're finding it hard to get anything done. You're really trying, the challenge is trying to get something done in this environment.
I also feel that the challenge could be realizing that you can't easily, defer this at all, that you have to basically face the situation, stay where you are, and that may involve that there are other kinds of reasons why, these efforts need to be done. Maybe there's office politics, or maybe there's some sort of other kind of intrigue that makes it so.
Oh boy, good luck with that, Virgos. We are on Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the year 2025. Did I say 2025?
You did.
I did. That's the first time I've made that mistake, which means I better watch when we do our cards for the day. So far, I've been good, but it's only been one day. So this is your reading, Libras, for 2026. Sun, Moon, Rising. And maybe I'll just say for the new year in the future. I was doing okay when I did that. You drop a card for 20? No, okay.
It was 2.
It was 2. Darn you. Okay, what does Mr. O have for Libras?
So make sure. All right. Opportunity for Libras.
The 5 of Swords.
Oh, reverse.
First. Wow. I think the opportunity exists for Librans this year to walk away from drama, whether it's in groups and organizations, whether it's in your business environment, whether it's, something going on at school. There's a lot of drama in frat organizations if you belong to those. So, depending on what's going on, you have an opportunity to walk away from real toxic kind of situations. So take it.
Yeah,
what I would say. Take it.
I think this is really important because the idea that it's an opportunity also suggests that maybe it's an option and you don't necessarily want to think about this too long. If there is, drama in these situations, you want to take that option to get away from it.
All right. What about the challenge?
Well,
it's the Knight of Wands reversed. The challenge. Well, the challenge is not so much getting something started, but it's keeping the momentum going to finish what you started in this year ahead. So I think here, you have to kind of push yourself a little bit harder without, of course, making reckless, careless mistakes. And also, don't get all hot-headed and upset because things aren't moving fast enough, especially if you are putting in less effort or energy into it.
The challenge is to also, I think, really look at your most redeeming qualities and realize that's what you've got, and to believe in yourself, to have some sense of confidence or bravery to follow through with what your ideas or plans are.
Yes, you students out there, if you have great ideas for projects but doubt yourself, think twice. Think twice. You might be giving up on an opportunity unnecessarily that could really make you shine in front of your professor. Good luck with that.
Libra.
Hey, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading is good for you for the new year. Am I shuffling again?
Yes.
Then you can shuffle for your own sign. I'm sure you won't be on...
I actually did shuffle for the Libras, though.
Oh, then give it back. All right. Well, Scorpios, you got the 5 of Pentacles as an opportunity. It's reversed. And I like that for you. You want to go first?
Well, you finally found a way to get in with the in crowd, perhaps. And that's, of course, an old song. But the real idea here is that maybe your opportunity is to get to where you have been trying to, but have not been able to. And there could be a lot of different factors. Some of them could just actually be you didn't really know exactly how or where you were going there. But it really feels like somehow something reached out to you, or you reached out to something and you found a way to come across.
Well, Scorpios, this is about financial recovery. This is about, like he said, I like that a lot, that some of you may find your home this year, whether it's actually a property you're moving to, or whether it's actually your home base where you want to work. This is where I want to stay, you will say for yourself. And of course, in this ever-changing environment in the job market, I wish you luck with staying there forever. But the thing is, you'll feel that way. You'll feel at home with something. You'll feel at home in the school if you are just starting a new school, for example, in this winter semester. You just feel like you belong. And that also there's a possibility of a great financial recovery coming. So,
Challenge.
the challenge. Well, the challenge may be now to just be able to come out of your shell and show the world what you have. You feel comfortable now. So I think here, you shouldn't feel uncomfortable in being who you are, and showing your talent, skills, and abilities at their fullest. And also, if this is about finances, not being afraid to make that investment, take that investment risk, not being afraid of investing more in your business or trying a new product line, etc.
Well, it's the Hermit and it's reversed, and it's kind of interesting because both cards have, maybe some similar qualities in a way. But what's happening here is
Yeah.
your challenge is to realize that you don't need to stay hidden. You need to really show things, that there are maybe things you really have that people would benefit from knowing. And so some of this is also about feeling comfortable enough, like we were talking with the first card, to feel like you can give that message or you can be that advocate.
Good luck, Scorpios. Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the year ahead. Bly wishes everybody a good year. And Bly, by the way, is a Scorpio. I'm sorry, Bly. Comet. Comet approves. And Comet is a Scorpio.
You'll always be scary, Bly, to me.
Scary. You got me saying Bly because you're calling him Bly.
Is that what it is?
I think so. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Right, Sagittarius.
Sun, Moon, Rising.
What is your opportunity?
What?
What?
Wow. It's the Five of Pentacles.
Again.
Reversed again, which is good. Maybe there's some astrology stuff going on here. Who knows why these cards are repeating? There are patterns. And I feel here this is a positive pattern for you as well, Sagittarians. I think you're going to be feeling right at home with whatever you are doing this year. Perhaps if you are in business for yourself and you've suffered some setbacks in this last year, tariffs, all the things going on, maybe some conditions are going to ease for you this year. It's possible here you may see a slight recovery of some sort. And I think here that, you may also find your I don't know if it'll be your dream position, but a place where you feel very comfortable working and being. So that includes for you students and for And for you job seekers.
It's like an opportunity to come home, to come in out of the cold. It feels like maybe, you've been searching for a while and you just haven't really found where you needed to be. So this could obviously be a metaphor for education or work or some other things too. But the opportunity is to really, find a way to plant some roots too. Find a way to really, dig in and into where you feel you can belong.
And the challenge, Mr. O. What?
We knew it.
Are you kidding?
I didn't shuffle that well, I guess. It was meant to
Well,
be.
I don't know. It was meant to be. The Hermit is here. I think I have a different thought on this, though, for you. I feel that don't discount the wisdom of others in helping steer you to find your place, your right place, counselors, advisors at school, maybe helping you pick a major if you haven't done that yet. Maybe that something would be comfortable for you. Trust the advice of others instead of discounting it. They may have some good tips or advice for you that will help foster this recovery that you will be going through.
So the challenge is to acclimate yourself to where new things seem to be going. And a lot of that is going to have you being more involved with, the public or with situations that maybe you're not as comfortable with, but you have mentors or you have guides along the way.
I was just noticing that camera was shaking a lot.
Because I'm shaking the table.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Sages.
Separate those.
Guess who we're on? Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you for the weekend. I mean, the cards are thick and they can, maybe not. But this is a little bit more repeats than usual, so I don't know.
Well, I did the riffle 3 times that last time too, but sometimes you just can't really get them.
It's the Seven of Swords for the Capricorns. Upright for the opportunity. Wow. Well, you have an opportunity this year to play more. I like this. There are, what do you call it? Supporting roles in organizations. You are going to be playing supporting roles this year a lot. This is how I feel. And so you're going to be a little bit more in the background, but that does not mean that what you do isn't integral to the whole operation. And I'm thinking that's for some of you Capricorns. For others, this may involve you being able to use research to your advantage. You being able to find out things through contacts, through reputable sources, through from smart advisors, etc. Find things out that will benefit you in the long term.
Well, you kind of pulled it out for me when you said, sometimes supporting characters.
Supporting roles. I'm trying to best supporting actor and actor.
And in the context of theater or movies or fiction, that would be called spear carriers. And of course, you have somebody there who's carrying swords, which would be the close cousin of that. So maybe the opportunity is to realize that you can kind of do what you want as long as you're not necessarily broadcasting it. And maybe there's also a hint here of something being rectified too, something being returned in a way that it needed to, that maybe it's not about covering up something, but it's maybe about returning a status quo in a certain way. Sometimes certain things that are known don't need to be known by everybody, and so sometimes they have to kind of be put back into their place.
Well, I really relate to this message for you because as a cataloger, cataloging librarian, we are used to doing, behind the scenes shadow kind of work. And the bottom line is the library would be a disorganized mess without us is how we feel. And we try to keep order and it's all in the background, unseen by, the eye, but you're able to find things a lot easier because of that. So think about things like that, how you can support a process and be really integral to the success of your organization. Hey, even if you don't get, Best Employee of the Month award, you've got a lot you can put on your resume.
Right.
Challenges. High Priestess reversed.
Well, your challenge is really trying to figure it out sometimes. That this could indicate that, it's not going to come to you in an intuition. It may be something you have to figure out at some sort of root level, of what is logical. It still may involve the idea that you have to make guesses about certain things, but it's saying really that those are going to be more calculated on knowledge that is known rather than things that you don't exactly know.
Well, and again, there's a real interesting interplay between these two cards here. And I think that, you can just trust the experts, you can trust the research you're reading, you can trust all that stuff, but is your gut trusting it? How do you feel about it? And don't discount your gut intuition in all of this year, in all of what you do. You have to be able to trust your instincts on things as well. And if you can't trust those instincts, then use your analytical mind and speak to the experts and really decide up here what sounds right to you. So,
All right.
good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
All right, Aquarians, Sun, Moon, Rising. This reading's for you. For the year ahead. Thank you for partnering with me, Mr. O. It has been fun.
Don't mention it.
I'm sure my audience will approve.
Some may.
Oh, you.
Okay, Aquarius, what's your opportunity?
Yep. Well, yeah.
It's the reverse Six of Wands.
You have an opportunity to be the unsung hero. But, I admit sometimes that makes you feel bad if you feel you're not getting the acknowledgement you deserve. But I think that's the point. You have the opportunity to do things this year sans ego, not allowing your ego to interfere, doing it because it's the right thing to do, because you can do it well, and you'll feel good about yourself afterwards.
The opportunity could also be saying, too, that, sometimes you don't gravitate towards praise or acclaim, and that sometimes you do like to just do things because, it's the right thing to do. So this could be saying that it's an opportunity to find the ways to do that and maybe possibly even share the credit.
And, I'm not going to rule out Aquarians. For some of you, maybe the opportunity exists to move away from an organization that does not appreciate your talents, abilities, or compensate you fairly enough.
All right.
What's the challenge? Oh.
And it's the Page of Cups.
Well, the challenge, again, might be not getting stuck in not getting yourself stuck in a rut, not getting yourself stuck in a rut of not coming up with creative ideas or solutions to problems or creative ways of enhancing or changing your workflow, making things easier for yourself. This is like the opposite card. This is somebody who can't seem to think outside the box they're in because their mind is a little bit foggy. Maybe they're daydreamy. Maybe you're not. Maybe the other challenge is not being focused enough on the work at hand. You just seem to be a little bit, maybe you're not happy with your job and therefore you're unfocused. Well, then it's time to leave.
The challenge could also be too that really things have become kind of status quo and you are trying to rise to another plateau. You're trying to rise above yourself to a challenge. So the challenge is to meet the challenge or to find the challenge or to face the challenge.
Ooh, nice. That's what we have for you Aquarians. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right, we are on Pisces. Last but not least, Sun, Moon, Rising. Readings for you for year ahead, which is 2026. I'm so glad to throw 2025 out the back door. It has not been a good year for many of us.
Opportunity.
You have the Queen of Swords. That's awesome, Pisces. A little bit serious. Okay, so you have to get a little serious this year. You have to use your head more. You know, you students out there are going to be really engaged in a lot of thoughtful activities. And you're going to be focused and you're going to be determined to do, make the right choices and decisions in your work. And that goes for people in the workplace or business leaders as well. Also, being able to move your money at the right time and think about the patterns and the trends and come up with a strategy.
Is your position in your career or your work or in other aspects of your life requiring you to maybe upgrade? This could be saying too that you need to consider being put into a position where you have to be more responsible. That could be yourself doing that too about your schoolwork or about some other venue of your life. Taking the opportunity to say, I can be more responsible here. I can advance myself. Maybe somebody's going to try to promote you or suggest you for promotion. Gravitating towards that.
Nice. The challenge you face, Pisces, it is the Ace of Pentacles. Well, I'm not going to necessarily put these together. I do feel that this year, Pisces, a new beginning, whether it's a new project or goal you've initiated, there's going to be some disappointment, some delays. Possibly it's just not meant to be. For you job seekers out there, for example, maybe this job you were coveting finally opened up and you went for it and, somebody with more seniority got it, or, you just were not qualified enough and they passed you by. So there is some disappointment with material concerns coming. In particular, something you wanted to get started off the ground or thought would be a good beginning. Like, for example, an investment opportunity. You students out there, I wouldn't worry too much, but I kind of feel in your case, it might get slow for some of you new students in particular to acclimate to your new reality in college and the workflow.
Well, these downturned Ace of Pentacle often represents, delays in certain process working. And so the challenge could be to weather that, to realize that, it may change and you just have to kind of keep with it for a while, or to understand when maybe change to a better position is no longer likely. But I don't feel that from this. I think this is just saying your challenge is to realize that it's going to be a longer move towards progress in maybe a couple of your endeavors.
That's what we have for you, Pisces. Good luck with that.
So I'm sorry about that, but it's a lot of that is where maybe the economy's going. The Pentacles could just be talking about how overall economic concerns may overwhelm parts of your life.
So I just want to take this opportunity to thank all of our subscribers and followers, in particular those who have been supporting my show. We have a lively chat group that comes in the mornings on Sunday, and some of them are regulars now who just come every Sunday to chat with me and enjoy the readings. And I really, really appreciate you all. Thank you so much. And I hope you've enjoyed this reading for the year ahead. Thank you, Mr. O, for partnering with me. You got it to work again, you little bum. Thank you, Mr. O, for working with me. You can't get that one to work. Ha ha. Okay, never mind. I won't even try. How about that? Oh, I don't want it to show thumbs down for my show. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I will see you on Sunday for my regular broadcast, and I will be live in the chat for that. So hope to see you there. Take care and have a happy, prosperous new year.
Bye-bye.
Bye.